So this film, Pete's Dragon, is inspired by the 1977 Pete's Dragon film, but it's actually very different in a lot of ways. And so basically, but the premise is similar. So it's about a little boy who's an orphan, who's alone in the woods, and he meets another orphan, and that orphan is a dragon. And they become best friends, and then the majority of the film takes place years later when Pete and Elliot the dragon are absolutely best friends and life is good. And then I play a forest ranger who finds him in the woods and has a really deep connection with Pete, like a maternal connection with him, and it's basically, it becomes about like this mystery of is this dragon real? How did he survive for so long? And then other things happen too. I'm like a rabid Disney fan. It's my whole childhood it was like all Disney all the time. And so of course that definitely piqued my interest. And I love the 1977 film. So when I first read the script, I was like, what are they going to be doing with this? And then I was floored. The film is so beautiful and innocent and full of adventure and deeply, deeply moral. And just it's one of those like really touching, beautiful, classic Americana Disney films. I think what's so great about the friendship between Pete and Elliot is that obviously it's a very unconventional friendship, as it's a little boy and a dragon. But they're best friends. It's almost like your favorite dog, or David Lowery, the director, is obsessed with his cats, and he projects his cats onto Elliot, and so it's just a really pure friendship, and I think it's like a wish fulfillment, It's like having a pet dragon and living in the woods as a child. In life, in order for there to be lightness, in order for there to be light, there are shadows as well, and that's what I love so much about Disney films, is that they really, the films end in a really cathartic, triumphant, fulfilling place, but they're Walt Disney and Disney films have never avoided the reality of life, and that there is disappointment and that there is loss, and because Pete is an orphan, he's lost his parents, and yet he's able to find a best friend, and then he's ultimately able to find a family, and that's like not a conventional situation, and yet it's what is right for him, and it's what is right for everyone. It's interesting. This morning I was reading some Walt Disney quotes, and there was one that was just about, I'm just going to paraphrase here, where it was about never growing up. Like, adults are just kids grown up. And so I think what this film really speaks to for kids and adults is just that kind of believing in the impossible and believing that magic can be true, and it's about the power of family and the magic of family.